We have some pretty big updates and news for the Velas ecosystem and community. Today, it was announced that WagyuSwap and Bluezilla are making an NFT marketplace for the Velas ecosystem. This marketplace is going to be called Kitche or KitcheNFT and is going to enable people to buy and sell NFTs on the Velas blockchain. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I am extremely bullish on NFTs outside of the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum right now has 97% of all NFT volume, and I think over time, especially this year, a lot of that money and volume is going to go over to these other blockchains such as Cardano or Phantom, Solana, or even in this situation, Velas. In this video, I'm going to go over the different details that we have about this marketplace. I'm also going to talk about the opportunities that are going to be presented with these NFTs, as well as how I think this is going to impact Velas's price. But without further ado, let's get into it. 2 days ago, WagyuSwap announced that they are launching their own NFT marketplace called KitcheNFT. I'm not sure how I feel about this name because I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just going to add it to the list of things that I pronounce incorrectly. But if you see here, guys, you are going to be able to see all of these different notable drops. You're going to be able to look at these different top collections, be able to get a little bit of analytics with it. You can see what's trending in these different categories. You can create your NFTs, sell your NFTs, list them for sale, right? Very basic marketplace stuff, but this is something the Velas ecosystem desperately needed. These different ecosystems other than Ethereum are really going to blow up this year, in my opinion, and I think that a lot of money can flow into Velas and help increase the price of Velas when you have these different NFTs for sale. When you go to their actual website, it doesn't really look like anything is on here yet. You can put your email address in to get notified. Sometimes these different projects will give you early access if you do this sort of thing, but as you can see here, I think they kind of pulled this off like OpenSea, because I see that it's 2.2 for Ethereum. This is obviously going to be in Velas, guys, but it's just showing a couple of the vegetables, which kind of fits into the WagyuSwap theme. Now, down here, you can check out their Twitter that has about has about 289 followers, so not too many followers yet. And you can also check out their Medium page, but they haven't posted anything as of yet. Now, Bluezilla and WagyuSwap really frustrate me, and I don't want to be like a futter or someone that just gets pissed off about different things, but I usually don't like the quality of projects that they produce. Now, the big thing is I think that this is going to be a benefit regardless of how good this individual project is. We need to have an NFT marketplace. We need to be able to buy these different Velas NFTs. This is just really important, right? And what's great about Velas is it's EVM compatible, so anyone that's making NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain will easily be able to input these different NFTs into the Velas ecosystem. So it's going to be relatively easy to actually make these NFTs and be able to find developers that actually know how to make these projects big. I really believe this information and these NFTs is going to cause a huge influx of volume to go into the Velas ecosystem. Remember, guys, we partnered with Ferrari, or well, I don't want to say we, Velas partnered with Ferrari, right? If you want to send me a Ferrari though, I got you. But yeah, like they're going to need to sell those NFTs somewhere. All of these different projects that are coming out are going to be able to need to sell their NFTs somewhere. Valhalla is a big example of this. All of those NFTs that are going to go into those games need to be sold somewhere. And this is most likely going to be the OpenSea of the Velas ecosystem until OpenSea or some other major marketplace simply adds Velas support. Right now, the only place that I could find to actually buy these different Velas NFTs was this site called Rare Gems. You already have a couple of these projects out, such as Velas Punks, Velas OG Punks, Crypto Broke Velas, Sexy Velas Doge, just like some Velas dogs, right? Just a few of the very first ones that are on this chain. If you look at Velas Punks here, there aren't that many listed, and it looks like the floor is about 130 ADA. Now, I have no idea how liquid this really is. It's probably going to be a very slow sell because a lot of people don't know about this stuff, but there is an opportunity here to get into some of these NFT projects that are already out before this marketplace opens. Because as soon as this marketplace opens, you got to think there's going to be a lot more eyes and a lot more exposure on these different NFTs. And if you're able to get into some of these projects super early, there's going to be an ability to make a ton of money in the future. Like, for example, CryptoPunks has done extremely well on Ethereum, right? And there's a CryptoPunk type style on pretty much every single blockchain. So Velas Punks is the first one to do this on Velas. So they look very simple, they look really dumb, but they go for hundreds of thousands of dollars on Ethereum. So there's a world right now where you buy a couple of these guys just as a long-term speculative investment and be like, hey man, you know, if Velas really takes off, which I think we all believe is going to happen, and if this NFT marketplace takes off and more people see this, then there are going to be more people buying their NFTs. So what better thing to be in than some of the OG projects when no one was really paying attention to them? I mean, 130 Velas right now, what is that, 30, 40 bucks? It's really not that expensive or that big of a risk to just buy a couple of these and store it in your MetaMask wallet, especially since we know this NFT marketplace is going to come out soon and you're going to get more exposure off the rip just from that. Before you go crazy and start buying a bunch, realize that a lot of these projects haven't even sold out yet. For example, those Velas Punks only have about 1,500 followers and they're still in the mint phase. So if you go onto their website, you'll see that there's still half of them available to be minted. Now the mint price is 200 Velas, which is pretty high. I mean, you can literally get them for about 130 Velas right now, which would probably be the better bet. I'm just letting you guys know though that like, hey, like those Velas dogs we saw, they're 400 Velas on here, but I'm pretty sure they're only 100 Velas on their actual website. To the best of my knowledge, none of these projects have actually sold out yet. These are very beginning stuff, and honestly, none of them are really screaming out to me as of now. I like some of them, and I think some of them could pop off, but right now there's just not a lot of exposure on them. If you are going to mint some of these guys, realize that this is a higher risk investment and that this is a long-term investment. They haven't sold out yet. They've been around for a while. The art isn't anything crazy, and some of the teams aren't doxed or aren't really marketing or providing a ton of utility. This is very early bare bones projects, right? But we can assume that if Velas really takes off and it does something similar to Solana, that these NFTs could potentially be worth way more in the future just because they're the OGs. I really do believe this marketplace is going to be huge for Velas. I think a lot more volume is going to go into this ecosystem, and I do think that there's different opportunities right now to get into these NFTs early. I really expect that Ferrari's NFTs are going to be listed on this marketplace, and I can assume that just the price of Velas is going to go up because of this. People are going to need to buy Velas in order to get into those different NFTs. And I think the way that NFTs are growing and are going to grow, especially in these other blockchains, is really going to help Velas push up a lot in price. That sums up the video today though, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and make sure to follow my Twitter in the description. I try to go over a bunch of different stuff on this channel, but Velas is one of my main focal points. I think I'm going to make a Velas video every single Thursday, so make sure you stay tuned to that as I try to cover this ecosystem. But yeah, I hope everyone here has an awesome day.